Well, well, sorry for the delay, everyone. I'm sorry for... Oh, that's why. I was so confused just then. I was trying to figure out for why the hell my goddamn... music was like, my background music was like in rondo with itself. It was like doing a round. But it turns out I had my Twitch stream open in the background. That would do it. That would bloody well do it. I should be laughing. Oh my goodness. Why do I always have to turn out like a sick Victorian child? Dear oh dear oh dear. But hey, hello everyone! Look! I bothered to set up my hands finally. Whoa! What I did is just push my whole desk far closer to where the table I use. Essentially, I do my streams in my living room. I'm sitting under my dining room table. Yeah, it's very comfortable. I relax in my living room while we do our streams. And I, finally bothered to push my living room table thing, dining room table, living room table thing, close enough to the computer that the old camera can reach. I really was just gonna buy like a USB extender. Dear oh dear. Whew. But yes, sorry. Good morning, lads, lasses, and non-binary folk. How are we all feeling today? Feeling chipper? Feeling spry? Feeling much better than I? Because I'm not feeling... Well, I'm feeling better. Relatively speaking, I suppose. I am feeling better. I was going to put some honey with my tea today, but then, I didn't need to. So, we're all good. I almost streamed earlier this week, actually. Oh dear. Speaking very loudly today. My mic is not liking how I'm talking. I really should listen to myself sometimes, shouldn't I? What do I sound like? Handsome. Sorry, hearing myself talk is just... funny. Just very funny. Yes, so, how are we all feeling today? Because I am feeling rather good, actually. I have had a good time this week in the fact that I got to sort of relax most of the week. Not because I wanted to. Yes. I got sick this week. Which is where the cough is coming from. Oh, hello, J. Hank. How are you? You join me? Excuse me. Had to sneeze. Okay, I'm good. Good morning, yeah, good morning. J. Hank, how are you? I hope you two don't sound like a dying Victorian child, like I do. Well, I suppose this one's new. I'm still, as the Australian boys from 2000 would say, a fully sick bro. He's fully sick. Which means very cool. Fortunately, I'm healthy. Oh, that's nice. Very, very herbal. Well, today's drink, I was gonna put some honey in it, just to make myself feel better. But I don't have that much honey yet, and I need to use it for dinner, so... Today's drink is, as the thing says, the wonderfully Australian blend of Davidson, plum, and Rosella. It is not a tea, as classically would be. I suppose the Americans would call it a herbal tea, but I'm an American. I am, unfortunately, slightly French. Hence, I call it a tisane. This is a herbal tisane, or a botanical tisane. T-I-S-A-N-E, but I believe the A? Or the E? I can't remember. The A or the E has a diuretic on it. Dietetic? I can't remember. The little flick. One little flicks. Tell you, isn't it fun? I've got my hands back, Jahek. Woo! Essentially, I've just pushed my table to the other side of the room so I can reach the hands. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy like a USB extender so I can just plug that in the back of the computer and have like a meter-long USB that gets me here. There's already enough cords coming off that end of the table. Not gonna change much. But yes, back to the tea. Honey is good for the throat. I'll get to that. Yes, the old Davidson Plum and Rosella. So, it's sort of fruity and floral. Has almost like a rose hip flavor, which I'm not usually that much of a fan of. Rosella, I like. Rosella's okay. It's a plant that sort of exists across this sort of area of the world. I believe it's from Africa. Rosella, or is it South America? Where's Rosella from? Which makes it seem like. Search like a caveman. Rosella, where from? Sri Lanka. Sorry. Oh! Ah, I forgot about that. It's one of the bush tuckers in Australia, Rosella. And it came down from, apparently they believe it originated from Sri Lanka, but it was actually introduced to Australia for a long time ago by fishermen. I thought it was, I'm getting it mixed up with Roselle, which is a very similar looking plant from Africa. I believe they're both hibiscuses? Are they both yeah, they're both hibiscuses, different no, they have the same name. Sabadaraphila. Huh. So they believed it was native to West Africa, and in the early 16th and 17th centuries, it moved to other places? Who knows how it ended up in Australia, though? Oh, so it's been in Australia for a long time for some reason. Weird. Anyway, Australian Rosella. Australian Davidson Plum. Davidson Plums are great. Have you ever seen a Davidson Plum? They're so weird. They're also called the Mullumbimby Plum, which I much prefer as its name. Point is, it's a fun little Australian tea, but that's not the only Australian ingredient. As I said, it's full of Australian ingredients like the strawberry gum, Rosella, the Australian Rosella, Australian licorice, Davidson Plum, Golbarn, which is a type of plant. Point is, it's a fun little... I'm really having fun with this because actually I recently, for my job, did a sort of presentation on Australian bush tucker. You should look up the Wikipedia for Australian bush tucker. It's just, you forget that Australia is a massive country. And then you look at how many edible fruits and like edible plants there are in Australia, and you go, oh, that's how it was able to support a population. No, strawberry gum. Gum. Because, Golbarn is a bush, I believe, from the Northern Territory. It used to be made into tea, which is why it's in this tea. Rosellas are made into jams. They're like a fruit. Strawberry gums are sort of a sweet gum, as with many of the gums, like gums like witchetty, the witchetty gum, and the bloodwood, and a few so many. The actual sap of the plant is edible. In this case, the leaves are too. Just be careful. Some eucalyptus leaves are not edible and are very poisonous. But, my goodness. Australia has 40 different hibiscus species. Wow. Point is, I really like this one because it's so Australian. It's like the most Australian one I think I have. And it just smells. Oh, it smells like Australia. It smells like home. It smells like the trees and the dirt. And the Davidson plums, which look so weird. I wish I had brought the old PowerPoint home from work laptop. Because I would have loved to show you what a Davidson plum looks like on the tree. Smells like teen spirit. Yes. Are you sweating or melting? Well, I was more referencing... Well, for one, I've had that picture for a while. It's a great little thing. I really... If I had the ability to make an emote, that would be one of them. I really should make an emote on the Discord, actually. I got that one from... Well, you know. I can't remember what it was posted. Where was it? I believe my nephew made that one. Was it Carp? Yeah, it was my nephew made that one. And I've had it for a while. I forgot I had it, to be honest. It was very, very fun. And then I was gonna make it like, I was gonna put it in, and then I made the background. I was gonna actually like drag it over to the corner. I was gonna drag it over to the corner of the thing and just make like a normal thumbnail just with me sweating in the corner. But then I honestly liked the vibe. I honestly liked how it looked. You know? It kind of gave, like, just having that in the middle of this blue 720p picture, just, I don't know, gave a really nice vibe. I don't know, I felt like I was releasing an album cover or something like that. It had a really good look, you know? I was like, whoa. Whoa. Very cool. I believe the largest... Well, I believe the actual picture. If you were to save a picture from a YouTube thumbnail, it would give it to you in 720p. Point is, I thought it gave quite a nice vibe. Kind of looked cool, you know? And I was just referencing the fact that I was very sweaty when I was sick. I was very sweaty when I was sick. So I thought it would be very funny. And now I've got my hands back, I can do it. Look worried. Like... I could do that, I just need like a cloth. And I could... That's something I would do. If I could, that's for sure. Wait a minute. Sorry. Wait a second. No way. This can't be right. Sorry, I was just looking at a video of a YouTuber I occasionally watch who goes around Japan. And yes, he is in the place I was in. I know this place. Sorry, completely distracted me. But it's one of those things I've been to before. I visited a friend over there. I think it's in Nagano. A few hours away. I think it's the right. I think this is the place. This looks extremely familiar. Give me a moment. Okay, he is in Nagano. Let me get to the top of it. Can Raccoon? Oh, hello, Can Raccoon. How are you doing? Sorry, I should be smiling. Should be joyful. How are you doing, Can Raccoon? Feeling chipper? Feeling spry? Feeling wonderfully fly? Eve, where have your message gone? The message has not appeared. Where's Can Raccoon's message? Something's clearly broken. Very annoying. that broken? I feel good. I got bored, so Twitch. Fair enough. Fair enough. I was bored, and so I decided to stream on Twitch and YouTube. But for some reason, the Twitch chat on my stream has broken. I'm really sorry about that. The YouTube fellas can't see you. Yes, just go join me. Sorry, I'm drinking my wonderful tea. And just chatting about what we should do next. And I got distracted by the fact that a video of a person I watched is currently in a location that I have gone many times. Because I really love that place. When I'm over there. Many times is a couple of, like, once a year. But sorry, that very surprised me. It's 3 AM and got bored. 3 AM? Where's 3 AM right now? Somewhere in Europe? Nope. No, 3 AM. Oh, yeah. UAE. I was just, I realized I have a watch. Yeah. I was about to say, well, the only one I've got is, Dubai. Is the one that my watch says. But I realized I have a watch that has the world's, like, that was one of those watches that you can, like, adjust. You can see sort of, like, the time differences between where you are and the rest of the world. And I was like, I could just look at the damn watch. But you got to me faster. An idiot, clearly. A fool. A foolish fool who's fooled and fooled. Oh, there you are. Why was that hidden? Not really Dubai, but close enough. Well, I know, but my watch, for some reason, says the only important part in that time zone is Dubai. It chooses cities. Like, it says the only thing important on the east coast of Australia is Sydney. Which is wrong, because nobody likes Sydney. Foolish fool. That may be so. But I didn't make the damn watch. Blame whoever did, which is Apple. Apple made this watch. I like your accent. Well, thank you very much. I like my own accent, too. Though I do wish sometimes it was slightly more Australian. I do wish I sounded a bit more classically Australian, like your Steve Irwin types. Like, oh, you beauty, mate. Oh, ain't she a beaut? I do sometimes wish I sounded a bit more rough and tumble Australian. I feel like there's a charm to it that I lack with my childhood of being yelled at my parents not to mumble. Truly, what was taken from me when I was when I received pronunciation, I lost so much. What a tragedy. Like, I wish I could be like, sitting down here like, oh yeah, no, yeah, mate, I was heading down to the survey, and I'm not a word of a lie. Not a word of a lie, mate. I head down the servo, and there was a bloody big kangaroo waiting for a durry. You know, that sort of thing. I wish I could talk like that. I think I'd be way funnier. I don't even think I need to say anything actually funny. I just need to say things in an accent like that. A very complimentary Canvaku. Thank you. No. I'm not used to getting so many compliments. I do feel like I laughed. I either laughed like a nice person or a supervillain, depending on the context. Like, could be like, a booming, Santa Claus-like laugh. But in like a dark room, could sound very much like I'm about to start playing an organ. The Phantom of the Opera. That sort of thing. Speaking of, they've been starting to do opera, organ music at my workplace recently. At this school I teach at recently. They've been doing organ music for, They've been doing organ music for the music classes, and I can hear it sometimes, and it's very ominous when you're walking through the school. And they go, "Diddly, the Phantom of the Opera is here, inside my mind." You know, I used to be able to sing most of that song. Years ago. For some reason, I decided I'd memorize it. I think there was a show I helped out with. And I've had like a goblet of the laugh of a Superman. Sorry, I can't do a Superman laugh. Sorry, I couldn't do a supervillain laugh. That kind of gets it back into the back of the throat and I start coughing. Like, I can do a normal laugh. Nice. Booming laugh. But if I go... I start coughing. Do. And speaking of coughing, though, I really was in a shape this week. It's been a while. You know, never mess with the Japanese cold. I'll tell you that. Tell you that for free. Don't mess with the Japanese cold. I don't know how they build it here. You know what? When I saw those damn animes, and those kids were staying home from school and sweating and having to eat soup and being taken care of by their rom-com / youth comedy love interest, I was under the impression they were just weak. Because they always called it a cold. They always translate it as cold from Japanese to English. Oh, I've just caught a cold. Like, what kind of bloody cold takes you out for a day? What kind of cold leaves you with a temperature like that? God, you look like you're dying from tuberculosis, not a cold. And then I came to Japan and experienced the Japanese cold. Don't know what it is about it here. They built it different. It's constructed alternatively. It is like getting bloody tuberculosis. This week I had like a temp of 38.5. The first day. Oh, the second day I had a temp of 37.9. And it was just a damn cold. Problem is, clearly my bottle is not designed for this, because no matter how many years I live in this damn country, the damn cold in this country takes me for an all expenses paid tour around my body. It always starts with a weird feeling in the body, like a brief moment. Maybe an aching knee, or an aching hip, or an aching back. They're like the three main things that I've probably torn all the cartilage off of. So when I get sick, those usually hurt first. All starts with that. And then, it sort of starts with that and it goes to a sore throat. Usually my tonsils will swell up. And then my throat will hurt. And then I'll get a cough. A non-productive cough. Which will make my body really sore. So I'm coughing all the time and not able to actually produce anything. And then I'll start making productive coughs. And then I'm in the clear. This week, yeah, I had it for 2 days. I had to stay out of work. And I still got the damn cough. Luckily, it's been very productive today. So, I'm in the clear. So it was only a 4-day experience today, this time. I've had it last for 2 weeks, though. Really weird thing, but here it says it's all through it first. It's, yeah, I don't know. I was never that sick in Australia. Rarely ever got sick in Australia. Just guess I was built different there. Built for the environment. Evolution and all that. But, yeah. That was just... And now I'm in Japan, I feel like I get sick once every 2 months, if not once every 3, if not once every month. I've been sick the last 2 months, at least 1 day. This time it was 2 days. But hey, it gave me a lot of time to sit down, play around, relax. I'm the kind of person who doesn't like sleeping on his days off. Even if I have a temperature of 38.5, I am doing something with my time. I'm studying Japanese. I can't or I'm playing games, or I'm watching movies. To me, I've always seen it as a day off as, I'm sick, I may as well get both a day off and a sick day. If I'm gonna do a sick day, I'm gonna relax. When I was younger and, TVs weren't much of a thing, I would sit and I'd make sure I'd catch up on some books I wanted to read, or I would, go find a nice place in the sun to sit. I have to watch how we do every time I know how to do. I always recommend online jigsaw. An online jigsaw. Oh, God, I haven't heard anyone actually spell the word jigsaw referring to the actual puzzle for a long time, so whenever I see the word jigsaw, I just think of the movie. It's probably not very good. I haven't done a jigsaw in probably 10 years. Like an actual, honest-to-God, and real-life jigsaw. My sister loved them. She would get these massive, thousands upon thousands of pieces, and she'd set them up on the dining room table, underneath with the plastic, and then well, we didn't have plastic, so when we used to have a dining, she would have set up like a tablecloth, and then eventually when plastic became a thing, plastic. And then over the top of it, they'd put a thicker tablecloth to protect it from, like, hot food and that. And then they just put it over, the tablecloth over when they were having dining room table stuff. I always try to do something, but head fell, to fall first into bed. Yeah, I get that. I do get that. Ugly, I hate jigsaws. Can't find most of the pieces, it pisses me off. My sister had the same problem, because it's so easy to lose one piece of a 10,000 piece jigsaw. For me, I was more of a reader. I used to read, put the radio on, sit with somewhere nice. Hell, I'd even take walks when I'm sick. When I was a child, though, my parents wouldn't let me do anything. One, they wouldn't let me go home from school unless I was truly in terrible condition. My parents were very strict with me when I was sick. Sickness had to be... I had to be like I had the plague or something like that. Like, I had to be, like, dying truly for my parents to allow me to stay home. I'd have to be in terrible condition. Like, vomiting, or very obviously hot to the touch, that sort of thing. And then when I was home, I wasn't allowed to do anything. If I was home from school, then I was clearly too sick to do anything. So if they caught me reading, or they caught me doing anything fun, absolutely not. And that extended, actually, I think that habit continued to my sisters and brothers and their children. My nieces and nephews, they have the same thing. If you're sick, and no video games, no YouTube. They're like, no, after talking a little, she'll be like, alright, fine. Oh, I was in a big family. 7 kids in my family. Absolutely no way I was getting away with anything. You had to be strict with that many kids. If you weren't strict with such a large family, then it'd all fall apart, frankly. It'd all fall apart. At least that was her excuse. The old mercury thermometers. I remember those. Dangerous bastards. You're 5. 5th came 8 years later than me. I'm the 4th. Ah. Would you believe I was the 7th? Number 7. I was the baby of the family. One of my nephews is the youngest of quite a large family too. We get along swimmingly. Yes. I am the baby of the family, I was. Ah, there are a lot of online jigsaw puzzles. Very strange. Ugh, dear. Yeah. One of those things. One of those things. This is a nice tea. This is a nice sane. Very nice sane. This pisses me off as well. Like, leave me alone. I don't want to play with you. You know, I never had that with my brother. So me and my older brother, he's 2 years older than me, we were attached by the hip. We were attached by the hip. Even to this day, he's the sibling I still call the most often. So it's rather strange. When I was younger, I've noticed that's like a lot of people didn't get along with their siblings. And I sort of had competitiveness with my siblings, but I found I very much got along with them. And I was the annoying younger brother to my sisters, though. They were more annoyed by me, though, because they were more in a caretaker position, I suppose. So they were annoyed by my very distracted nature, because I'd never get anything done in time, you see. I'd always be bouncing off the walls and running about the place. They'd be like, Eric! Get over here! Eric! Eric Winters! Eric A. Winters, get your ass over here. Age is actually small, it's easy to get along. My brother's always 4 years older than me and we get along well. I suppose it is true. I once knew a lass who had something close to like a 10-year age gap with her older sibling. That's crazy. That was insane. What an age gap. Technically, I have a 12-year age gap with my oldest brother, but it's true, we didn't get along with him very well, but that was beside the point. He's out there somewhere. We'll get mad if we saw us just touched his stuff. Yes, well, my sisters were not too dissimilar, I suppose. They had nice things. What I heard from my nephews, the youngest of the nieces and nephews, they have the same problem with their sister siblings. Their lady siblings. They just have their nice things. And to be honest, I didn't know what was nice. I didn't know what was expensive. I was a tiny child whose only interest was chewing on dirt. I probably would open one of their makeup containers and start eating it. We lived in the same room till we grew up, small house. Yes. Yes, I understand that. I moved a lot as a child due to my parents' work. And some of the houses we moved in were not built for such a large family. I shared with my two brothers, for many years of my life. I never shared with my sisters. My parents were very insistent about keeping... It was just they believed it was easier for the siblings to get along if they were of the same gender, I suppose. I don't know why. And it stopped those problems from occurring as often. You know, the girls would know what was important. The boys would know what's important to the boys. Also, I was generally less clean than my other siblings. I'd never cleaned my room. As a child, I was a naughty child. I'll tell you that. I was a naughty child. Yeah. So, I could see why they didn't want me to be in the same room. I probably would have, used all the makeup to draw pictures or something like that. Eaten the foundation. Died of lead poisoning. No, it wasn't the 1800s they used lead in makeup. I know. Crazy, though. White lead. It's used as makeup back in the, was it Victorian or Elizabethan era? One of the two. Point is, that's a great way to get out. That's a great way to get acne. Ooh, baby. And I thought stage makeup gave me bad acne. But yeah, if I've pissed her off. Don't we all sometimes, eh? Don't we all sometimes? Don't we all sometimes, eh, kid? What are siblings for? I once was angry with one of my sisters. We were playing a board game. I punched her in the chest. And she just smacked me so hard. I still remember it to this day. For some reason, I still remember that moment to this day. I got really angry while playing a board game. I ran up. I was small. I was very small. And smacked her. And you would not believe the absolute backhand that came out of her that time. I must have hit her really much harder than I thought I could. I was getting older at that point. I was, you know, 9 or 10 or something like that. Maybe I was getting a bit of strength in my arms. And she was a teenager, very moody. Probably just hit her in the wrong spot. And whoa. If this was a TV show, I would have flown across the room. Still remember it to this day. Still remember to this day. She was like, that hurts for girls, you know, Eric. Gotta be careful. Oldest brother. You would never gang up on my oldest brother. He was a one-man army. Also the most worthily behaved of the siblings of our family. My oldest brother. Absolute menace to society. Absolute menace, I'll give you that. Wow, I'm waxing nostalgic, aren't I? Good old family, eh? Who would have bloody well thought? Good old family. It's like a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old against a 9-year-old. Well, remember, my oldest brother was 12 years older than me. And the oldest sisters wouldn't bother helping us. It was usually me, my brother, maybe 1 or 2 of my sisters. But he was far more powerful than all of us combined. He was being a bit, what's the word for it? He works across the room. Yeah, it was not nearly as friendly with my older brother. I was terrified of heights and deep water for many years because of that man. Most of my phobias come from that guy. Most of the phobias I had as a child, through my teenage and into my early adulthood, and probably still even a bit now, are because of that guy. That bloody older brother of mine. The oldest brother. He was a menace. I don't think I ever found it fun. Because he never came at it with a foot of fun. He was very nasty. Definitely a bit bullying. But, you know, we live, we learn. But I haven't talked to him for better part of a few decades, so, you know, he's living his life, I'm living mine. He suffered, I've suffered. C'est la vie. He needed a lot more help than he got. But yes, that got depressing. That got depressing. That's always the danger of waxing nostalgically. That you'll just step on that, that's kind of sad moment. Sorry about that, kind of made it a bit depressing. Well, you can't get along with every sibling. Family you don't choose. Sorry, I just got into my own head about it. That's my best impression of a dying Victorian child. Please, could spare a penny. I just need a sixpence. Then I can buy some medication for my mother. No, I'm fine. Dear. I'm a bit sweaty, actually, though. Whew. I'm a bit sweaty. But yes, good stuff. I don't know, I keep saying, but yeah. I'm trying to think of the next topic. Another big sick. What's the next topic? I had a topic in my head. Oh, and we could talk about it now. Yeah, the Oblivion run went well, and I'm currently seeing a lot of good stuff about Elden Ring Night Rain. Have anyone here played Night Rain? I've only ever heard people talk about Night Rain. I've not actually seen much gameplay, to be honest. But I've been kind of avoiding it just in case I wanted to play it. I have played it? Oh, have you? How did it go? Did you play with randoms or friends? I haven't really done anything. Okay. I mean, did you try a few games? How did it go out? How was the matchmaking, so to speak? That sort of thing. Because I don't even own it yet. Probably won't until next week if I'm planned. Okay, I played almost every one of them. I heard it was quite difficult. And I don't really know how much I enjoy playing. I don't know, I've never really seemed to find much success playing roguelikes on stream, you see. Because, I did try and play one roguelike. Which was, I keep calling it the 20th Century House, but that's not its name. 20th Century House. What was the bloody name? 20th Century House. God, what was the 20th Century House game again? I only ever called it 20th Century House because of one of the weird pieces of, like, lore in the game where you would just be walking around this alien planet and there was just a 20th century house in it. Very cool aesthetic. I'll give it the game this. Very cool aesthetic idea of having sort of like this sort of world full of non sequiturs. Quite liked that, where you'd be going through this weird alien planet and then, like, as if it was part of the planet itself, these parts of the character's memory would start appearing. Very cool. Point is, it just wasn't very fun to play on screen. People are nice, sometimes they just go off and do their own stuff, which I guess is my own fault. Hey, don't blame yourself, mate. Don't let them get you down, mate. They could have worked as a team. They could have indicated they wanted you to follow them. Sorry, that coughing's gonna be pretty consistent throughout this stream. Don't blame yourself. They're randoms. They clearly weren't trying to work with you, so why would you work with them? But I am like a Victorian child. I got bloody Japanese tuberculosis. The common co-op game experience. If it's a co-op game like that, yeah, it's like the Battle Royale thing. There's always going to be one idiot in the team in the Battle Royale that's going to fly off, which is why no one ever plays it with randoms. Unless you have talk. I'm horrible at the game. My oldest brother walked past and dissed the shit out of my build. Night Rain doesn't really have builds, does it? Like, Night Rain doesn't really have builds. I thought it was like a roguelike. It does? Huh. There you go. I was under the impression you just gotta grab the most random weapon. Frankly, the only thing I've seen out of is the memes and the fact that the bird person and the witch are really tall, and there's that little white girl who's like tiny. And everyone thinks it's really funny to have the little tiny girl who's like 4'5" carry the giant weapons, like the Giant Slayer or the Guts Sword. God, I don't know. This impassioned talk about Night Rain is making me cough a lot. I'm also making my nose block for some reason. Let's go for weapons and armor too. You level up? Yeah, yeah. I know you level up, but the level up is like, it chooses the stat spread, you know? Chooses the stat spread. So each character is already, like, built. They're already builds. You just need to grab the right weapons for them. And, like, emblems or whatever it is. Did one of its players carry it to the boss, and then we lost. I guess a war is not won with one man alone. A war is not won with one man alone. I suppose. But yeah, I've only ever seen those memes, essentially. Of the little girl carrying the very large sword. It's the game where my brother walked past a Disney. Does your brother play it? Is he any good? Mostly because I don't know. Even though it's not a full price game, I don't really want to commit to a game that I don't have anyone to play with. I really should convince some of my nephews to play with it, shouldn't I? That would probably be the way to do it, wouldn't it? Is that a goddamn Friday night, Five Nights at Freddy's game? Sorry, I just opened Steam, and in the new and trending, there is a Five Nights at Freddy's game coming out yesterday. There's another goddamn Five Nights at Freddy's game? God damn it, Snot Coffin. Leave me alone. Maybe waiting for me. It's his game too, I just copied it. He's good at it too. Ah. I need to find the FNAF game. Called Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic. Enter the abandoned workshop of Maury's Costume Manor and unravel the mystery left behind by its reclusive inventor. In Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic, you'll step into a world where dark corners hold a secret and every flicker of the light hints at an ever-present threat. Well, it's a game now, baby. It's a game now. A game now, kid. I'm so sorry if that coughing's gonna get annoying, but I'm truly a Victorian child. Point is, I don't think I've played a single Five Nights at Freddy's game since the first one. That's never really been of my interest, to be honest. Make great podcast content to listen to in the background when I'm doing other things, though. Now, I used to listen to the radio. But I listen to the TV. Now I get to do it even easier. Just listen to my phone. It's wonderful. All this white noise available for me. And sometimes it's about video games, my nature. I played the first Five Nights at Freddy's game, and my nephews were very disappointed by my lack of reaction to the jump scares, which is a fairly common thing with me. I'm not very fun when it comes to horror games. Oh, I think I'm quite funny when it comes to horror games, meaning I think I'm very clever and silly and zany when I'm in a horror game. I'm like, oh, mate, oh. You need a hand? The guy's lost his arm. It's great. I'm hilarious. And I continue to never play them, but knowing all of the lore. I think that's everyone on this planet. I don't think a single person plays those games. I think it's everyone just watches lore from now current running politician MatPat. Now current U.S. Congressman Matthew Patrick. No, he's not a US congressman yet, but it would be really funny if he was. Now everyone could watch old game theory content and claim they're watching political content. They'd be like, I'm keeping up with politics. I'm watching Matthew Patrick's newest political theory. Now I'm just waiting for Matt Pat's newest channel. politics theory, or political theory, which is just an actual thing. That's just an actual form of study. Political theory is just an actual study. It's also a publication, I think, like a journal. Everyone's favorite US politician and meter of the Pope, Matthew Patrick. My goodness. What a time to be alive, eh? I have got to find that dark chestnut ale. That was very good. Hello, Internet, and welcome to Political Theory, where we give the Pope a copy of Deltarune. This Pope gets Deltarune. The last Pope got Undertale. Still, that was one of the moments in history, that's for sure. That was a good photo. Take for more of that. Sorry. But, yes, that was wild to hear about. The king has returned, everyone was saying. My nephew sent me the article. He thought it was hilarious. He's like, what is the world coming to? Yeah, get that new pope. Oh, wow. A bot. It's been a while. Hey, bot. Moment. Bye-bye. Say goodbye to the bot, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We always get one a stream. You know, it reminds me of back in the day. So this... You don't quite know the lore of me. I have been... Let's introduce myself. My name is Eric Winters. No bot under my watch. Yeah, Jay Hank, I know. But you're on YouTube. That's a much older channel. The bots have given up on that channel. The bots have absolutely left that channel alone. I don't know if you were around, Jay Hank, when the bots were still on that channel. Because I remember 3 or 4 years ago when I started that YouTube channel. So I've been streaming for almost half a decade at this point. 1 year or year and a half, and I'll be streaming for almost 5 years. I've been streaming for a while. Point is, on YouTube, not on Twitch. The Twitch channel's very young. I only started this, this year? Because I wanted to... What do I want to stream? I wanted to stream something on both. It was like perfectly timed. What was the first thing I streamed on Twitch? Sorry, that's just going to annoy me. Let's check. I'm here too! I'm Raccoon. Oh! God. You're everywhere. My goodness. You know, my mother could read Arabic. Is Arabic? I can't remember. I apologize if I got the wrong language. Or one of the script languages. She could also read Hebrew. I'm everywhere, let's go! That is Arabic, yes. My mother was much more skilled at Old Hebrew, but she was also quite good at reading sort of Arabic things. Quite a smart lady, my mother. And never a more confident lady in the world. But, yes, Oh, it's Monster Hunter Wilds, actually. It is my actual name, though. Oh. Good thing I can't read it. Don't worry, I won't dox you. It was Monster Hunter, that's what it was. Wow, we got a lot of streams out of Monster Hunter, didn't we? I should play a bit more Wilds. They had a few red quests that I should have played, and I didn't. I've been very, very unmotivated recently, and I suspect that's because I might have been a bit sick, to be honest. I've been a bit sick. Ah, yes. Fatal Frame. We should play the next Fatal Frame. You know, Those damn kids in Hololive stealing my idea. Those damn twin dogs. Those damn twin dogs playing Fatal Frame 2, stealing my idea. Play an old PlayStation game. I'm kidding. Finished the entire story except for one last quest. How did you? I think I managed to finish everything. I think I pretty much did everything. That was pretty good. I did Greatsword this time instead of my normal insect glaive. I made a pretty cool me. Very stylish. But yeah, no, it was good fun. Good fun. I don't think it's unreadable to anyone else, J-Heg. I'm pretty sure it is readable. I was gonna do the last quest, but never the game again. So see, it was fun though. It is a good fun one. It's a good quest. I completely forgot about what I was talking about before I got distracted by the YouTube and the Twitch thing. What was I talking about? Oh, bots! That's it. I remember now. Bots. Yes! And I don't know if J-Egg, you were even around for this, but at the very start, I had no one. Some of the only things I'd get in chat were from these, like, you think, at least the bots on Twitch seem to be trying to help you. Like, hey, get your viewers here, you know, I'm gonna make you successful. All of the bots on YouTube back in the day. All these bots on YouTube back in the day, they were awful. They were just like a lady's name or a random name sometimes, but most of the time like a lady's name, and they're like, get your sexy pics here, or get your raunchy, the cheapest raunchiest images around, and they'd have like a half-assed URL. They were all sex bots. It was entirely adult content bots back then. Trying to melt the ice, yeah, melt the ice with a bloody flamethrower. Melt the ice with a thermobaric bomb. That is not how I'm like, I just sat down. I'm just trying to play a little puzzle game. I'm probably still there. Let's see if I can go to my oldest streams and see if I... Oh, this is going to hurt my feeling. This is going to hurt me. One of these oldest streams. Where did I even find these games? You know what? My voice is exactly the same. You know what? I don't feel bad. I'm not that... I'm pretty good. I'm not that cringe. I thought I was going to feel very cringy listening to my old stream, but you know what? I sound pretty good. Oh, there was a guy in one of my second stream that said, I'm 14, can you give me some dating advice? Ha ha ha! That's hilarious. I wonder if I actually gave him dating advice, I don't remember. Hilarious. Wow, what a blast for the past. So you know the memes about burning water? What about we burn the ice? I'm sure it's possible. Oh, thank you for the follow. Okay, cool. As you can tell, I have absolutely... This is a very bare bones Twitch/YouTube channel. I ain't got no fancy notifications. I ain't got so fancy things. I should probably have a fancy notification. One of these days I'll do it. Today is not that day. I should have set up some fancy notifications. They go, whee! But thank you for the follow. I should do the whole, like, thing where I'm like, thank you for the follow, Can Raccoon. My name is Eric Winters. I am a professional old man, a part-time VTuber, an occasional gentleman. If you want to have your ear talked off, I'm your man. I just won't stop talking, and also... We should do an old blast from the past YouTube channel, to be honest. We should go back to the old stuff we used to do. Poetry. Remember that? Ah, we should go get some poems. I think my stream just died. Why did my stream just die? That was weird. Am I there again? Can you all hear me? Say cheese is the best, if you can hear me. And I mean like really long, like cheese is the best. No, I was doing research on how to burn ice. Well, I'm sure it's possible somehow. Thank you. I thought my PC was buffering. No, I just suddenly looked and it was like, OBS is like, you have 2,725 dropped frames. My internet just died. Clearly whatever web page I just looked up just killed it. God, I made some clever thumbnails back in the day. You know, I hate to say it, I think I'm just good. I think I have just been a fully formed human being when I started. And that's probably a problem. I'm kind of worried how little I've changed in the last 4 years. My first stream was 4 years ago. Next year will be half a decade. 5 years. My first stream was a weird game called Grogoa, which was very beautiful, by the way. I don't know why I started with puzzle games. My streams were so short, too. Like an hour, hour and 20, hour and 30, 2 hours. Ooh, I did a 2-hour Portal stream. Taking down the whole day, very bad in the ice. Technically, you could, yes. It's how, well, it's not actually how it works, but yes, you technically could break the H2O down into hydrogen and oxygen, which can explode, certainly, yes. Certainly could do that. The amount of energy that would be required to do such a thing would probably be bizarre. I suppose if you put ice into like some sort of vacuum chamber and turn up the vacuum fast enough, it would probably go straight from being ice to being a gas. I don't know if you could burn it in that state, but... Wow, Portal streams. Wow, I did like both Portal games pretty much in a row. Well, that's why it's 2 hours. I did the whole first Portal game in one go. Man, I really should go back and finish editing those videos back then. That might be fun. Well, sorry, I'm going down memory lane today, aren't I? I'm going down memory lane today, aren't I? Oh, there's those poetry reading streams. Still don't know how I managed to get that model to look like that. I did a load of poetry streams. Man. I made a pretty good streamer, didn't I? 5 years. No Yakuza stream. Oh, calm your farm, J-Hank. What are you... maintaining goddamn Andy's... maintaining the Andy agenda or something? Jesus. Oh yeah, does everyone else remember when I played all of the Halo games in a week? And then I played Halo Infinite, and then forgot about Halo Infinite for the rest of time? Sounds I've made the mistake of burning water. How the hell did you make a mistake of burning water? That sounds like it takes a lot more energy. Someone has to keep his memory living. I talked to him recently, actually, J-Hank. He was talking to me on Discord. He's gotten a lot more busy recently. And he sent me a message just because he was like, I don't want you to think I've I've forgotten about you. It's okay. I still remember, I'm really busy these days, and it's really hard to pop into streams these days. I'm like, it's alright. So, he still thinks about us. He still thinks about us. I'm sure if we popped into another Yakuza game, he'd turn up again. Nah, what game we'll play Ghostwire Tokyo again. That's what we'll do. Elden Ring was 3 years ago now. God, time flies. Time flies, doesn't it? I think my best thumbnail work was my Yakuza thumbnails. I'm still using the stuff I made for my Yakuza thumbnails to this day. Like the tiny face. Oh, that's so funny. You know they have announced Black Ops 7? Yes! I was... I forgot about that. I was watching someone sort of reacting to the, Summer Games Fest. And they were actually quite excited for the start of that trailer. Like, how they set it up was quite exciting and interesting and dynamic. And, oh, wow, cool. Well, this seems really interesting and weird and like a in the mind of madness sort of moment. Where, oh, my goodness, you're inside somebody's head. And it was, like, crazy. And then suddenly it was, like, Black Ops 7. And they're like, I can't believe you tricked me like that. How dare you? I don't want Black Ops. You bastards. They were so... It was so tragic. It was really funny. Like, this person was so ready for, like, a cool new game. And all they got was Black Ops. And I'll admit, I thought that was really funny. I really did. I really did think that was hilarious. I guess it was ruined my opinion, but my brother's still happy about it. No, mate, the only good Black Ops is Black Ops 1. Because there is no better moment in gaming history than... Step 8! Pick the rest off. Freedom! Freedom for you, my friend. Not for me. And, my name is Victor Reznov. And I will have my revenge. Just a good moment. I still remember it. I played it with my nephews. And they love it. Play Black Ops 1. That's the real game. That's the proper one. Black Ops 1. That's where it's at. That's the old stuff. I love Black Ops 1. God, what a mess of a game that was. I have a soft spot for it, though. And that's when I bought this mic that I'm using right now. I played Kirby. I still do not understand why the Kirby streams were so goddamn popular. Fell off, but they did not recover. That's usually how it is with large companies. Why were the Kirby streams so wildly popular? I'll never understand. Wildly popular in relativity to my channel, of course. Oh yes, the cursed Kirby Eric. Ah, beautiful. Do you know Ultra Kill? I do know Ultra Kill. I haven't played it. I've heard it's quite difficult. And bizarre. And has a absolutely mad fans. From what I've heard. An absolutely mad fan base. Meaning, like, you know, very... My brain just shut down. Sorry. I suddenly got absorbed in memories of that one time that I played Monster Hunter Rise after getting really frustrated trying to play Deus Ex and it kept crashing, so I played Monster Hunter. But, yes, sorry. This is what I shouldn't be looking at my own YouTube page. But no, I've heard it has a very popular, like a very passionate, that's the word I'm looking for. Passionate fan base. That's the diplomatic word. And it's got like, you know, videos of people going like, of an angry angel going, "You machine!" And hell is empty. And all that sort of thing, because I emptied it or some shit. And you're a machine that runs on blood? That goes to hell to find more blood because it got all of the blood on Earth, I guess? To be honest, I'm not too sure of the lore of it. Not too sure on the lore. But, yes. Well, it was recently announced, and yes, I am the mad fanbase. Oh, fair enough. Good to know where you stand, I suppose. Good to know that you know. Oh, Returnal! That was the game that was the 20th Century House. There it is. I played 2 streams of that, got bored, played Deus Ex again, then started playing Valhalla, the bartending game. That was fun. Wow, it was all the way, it was 2 years ago when, 2 years ago that old Tiberian commissioned that piece of art for me. Wow. What a time. And also, that was like a stream, 2 streams before I started playing Chilla's art games and fell in love with those and just constantly played Chilla's art games for like the next 3 months. Wow. Wow. It's so long ago. Over 2 years ago now. Machine! I will cut you down! Break you apart! Splay the gore of your profane form across the stars! I will cut you down until the very sparks cry for mercy. My hands shall relish, ending you here and now. Oh my goodness. Crazy. Also see the giant faceless guy all the time in memes. Wow, I had a lot of time back then, didn't I? Minos? Is that his name? God. I know he became everyone sort of, his whole story is about him doing something really stupid and embarrassing himself quite tragically because of it, but goodness, I didn't realize he'd lose that much face. You know, losing face, being embarrassed, losing your standing in like a sort of political context. He lost his face. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I know. It is an amazing joke. Thank you. I'm just an absolute jokesmith. An absolute jokesmith. That's right. Me. Funny. Oh yeah. Ragnarok. I feel like I do this every time I'm thinking of what I should stream next, is I go back to all the old games I did stream and go, wow, that was fun when I streamed that game. Oh, that's the stream just before. That's the stream just before I left to Japan. Morning of anticipation. I did a stream like the day I was about to get on a plane, if I remember correctly. And I packed everything up. And off we went. Ah. What a time. I've turned a mad fanbase into a version of me. Excuse me for a second. I see. No problem, you're excused. Maybe. Yes, it's a good time though. It's a good time. I am a weak man to memories. Like when I was playing Oblivion Remaster, hearing that music. Hearing the music just... I am a weak man to nostalgia. I'll say that. Nostalgia is my greatest weakness. Can't handle it. I just fall apart. Absolute mess. when it comes to nostalgia in its various forms. You know what? Maybe a Yakuza game might be a good thing to do next, actually. What does it cost on Steam? Yakuza Kiwami 2. Yakuza Kiwami 2. It's only $30. You know what? Maybe we'll do that next, shall we? Yeah. What? Why is... That's so stupid. So, on Steam, you can buy Kiwami 1 and Kiwami 2 as a set in a bundle. So technically, Kiwami 2 is always on sale because the bundle still discounts it even though I already own Kiwami 1. There is a constant 25% discount. It's 428. I'm a child. Sue me. You are a child. I don't think I legally can sue you. I could sue your parents. I could sue your parents. If they lived in America or Austria or Japan. I don't think I can sue you. Point is, the Yakuza 2 game is permanently on sale for 25% off. It's only $25. You know what? That's going on the list. Let's go on the list. Go on the list of things to do for the next stream. Where was my stream ideas? There it is. Okay, Yakuza 2 is already on the stream. It's going up to the top of the list. Though I am tempted to see if I can find Dark Messiah of Might and Magic. That was fun. Ooh, Fatal Frame 2 now. Dino Crisis. Signalis, Cory in the House. Why is Cory in the House on my list? I think I told you I have a new laptop. Yes, you did tell me you have a new laptop. Why is Cory in the House on my list? What? I'm so confused. Yeah, you have a new laptop. Air quotations. Air quotes. So, yeah. What about this new laptop? Is it dead already? Is it on fire? Did it actively just set on fire during the stream because of my hilarious and funny jokes? My japes? Yes? No? Damn. Yeah, Yakuza 2 might be a good place to go. That'd be fun. What games do I feel like right now? Anything, really. Yeah. Oh, no, I'll play Stellar Blade. That's what I'll play. Let's play Stellar Blade. Yeah. That'll be... Well, it'll certainly be easy to look at, I suppose. Certainly be easy to look at. I think. Isn't that the game where she's, like, naked all the time or something? Have you heard of the Banner Saga? Yes, I have heard of Banner Saga. Never played it, though. That's a fairly old series. It's not an old series? I can't remember. I feel like I've seen this somewhere. Banner Saga. Turn-based strategy. Epic role-playing Viking Saga. Oh, that's probably why it's called Banner Saga. Okay, so give me the rundown, J-Han. Come on. Convince me. Convince me, J-Han. Give me your elevator pitch for this Banner Saga game. Eh? I've certainly seen it. And for some reason, I feel like back in the day when I used to play the PlayStation a lot more, and I had PlayStation Plus, back when PlayStation Plus just gave you a heap of free games. I think this was one of the free games it gave me. Never played it, though. Viking tactical RPG. It's great. Very dramatic looking. Everything I hoped it would be. Challenging, curious, and deep. Oh, wow. Alert. There is nothing you could have done. Make your allies the travel you carry out across this stunning yet harsh landscape. Carefully choose those who help fight a new threat that jeopardizes the entire civilization. Stoic Studio. That makes sense. Heavy focus on making decisions and making the story. To be honest, Stoic Studio is the sort of studio that I expect to make a game called Banner Saga. You've got 3 Banner Sagas. Wow. So many. You get them all for $30. No, you can get them all for $60. I'll play Metaphor Refantasio. Yeah, we'll be here for the next 2 years playing that game. It's a damn Atlas RPG. I'll die of old age before I finish it. Excuse me. I see. I really should give a tactical game a go. One of these days. I don't think I ever have. Have I played a turn-based game? Maybe I should play that Obscurio 331. Or maybe I should play one of the old Final Fantasy games again. Of course, with like the updated versions that allow me to like speed it up. I don't have to go through all of this goddamn thing. But half I am. I'll go to bed. Okay, good night. Thanks for coming. It's been good chatting. I'll see you around with whatever game I decide to play next. You have fun, Can Raccoon. Sleep well. I recommend Nocturne if you want a great Atlas RPG. Oh yeah? Do you now? Is that because it was on the PlayStation 2? Is that it's one of the Shin Megami Tensei ones, isn't it? Old Shin Megami Tensei stylings. So distinct. Like peak Shin Megami Tensei, is it now? Fun. Oh my goodness, there's a Toho game called Toho Infinite Knockout. Like a black, white, and red Toho game for some reason. Weird. Well, we'll see about that, shall we? I still think Yakuza is probably the better game to go next. I don't know, nothing else is really catching my eye. Nothing else is really catching my eye. Unless I'm going to play the newest Five Nights at Freddy's game. Let's go. Five Nights at Freddy's. That's right, let's go. Stellar Blade, let's get our lady wearing a cute skirt. Oh no, we'll play the new Doom game, Doom the Dark Ages. We've got it on Game Pass. It's certainly good, actually. We could also play Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Ultimately, as long as we keep using Game Pass for content, then we're actually saving money. Especially if these are games I'm never planning to play outside of stream. Yeah. So let's have a Game Pass gander, shall we? Pre-install now? When the bloody hell does the Outer Worlds 2 come out? Available in 136 days. Why would I pre-install a game that's out 6 months from now? 4 months from now? 5 months from now? Jesus. Huh. Also started playing Morrowind. Oh, I'm almost so tempted to play Morrowind, to be honest. Hype culture is a thing. But it's 136 gays. Doom Dark Ages is a tempting one to choose. But do I feel like a game that doesn't really have a story? I'm really gonna get around to playing Plague Tale Requiem. I played that on my own, I think. I don't think I played that on stream. Did I? No, I didn't play Plague Tale on stream, I don't think. I played that one by myself. Yes. Yeah, I played that one off stream. So I should play the second game on my own. Sorry, I'm dying. Oh, games leave. It makes sense that games leave Game Pass. Bizarre. Bizarre. Yeah, I really should have a gander, shouldn't I? At the old... Oh, Anthem, yeah! Anthem is still functional? Anthem is still a functional video game? God, that's tragic. That is tragic. I thought that game had fought more than died many years ago. Huh. Why do you suddenly not detect my hands, you stupid thing? Anthem still exists? That's what I was thinking. Well, well, well. Scratch of the beard. What are we gonna do? Deathloop? That's always fun. The Dead Space games, damn it, are all here. Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I am tempted to do something like Doom. It would be fun. It wouldn't be very long. But we sort of missed the hype of it, so... If I don't really want to play it, there's no really point playing it. Oh, Goat Simulator. Mortals of Aravan, which also failed quite badly. Kunitsugami! My love, Kunitsugami. No, I thought Anthem had shut down its servers or something. But I suppose they didn't. Such a good concept, so poorly handled. Real tragedy. About Death Stranding. I do own that, actually. I do own Death Stranding. Would you believe? I do own Death Stranding. Well, I could download Morrowind, but that's the... probably not a Word version that would work. Yes. I believe on, yeah, Epic Games, I own like a copy of Death Stranding. That game's very long, isn't it? You know, I feel like I want some fun and funniness. So I think, you know what? We're playing Yakuza next, I think. I think we're gonna play Yakuza next. Yakuza 2. I think that'll be the best idea. Maybe. I might change my time. Hello? 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 Hello to you too. Bliss. How are you? You join me deciding what game we're gonna stream next. You know, I get to these points where I'm not really feeling like anything, but I am feeling like playing something, and it's kind of a bit difficult to decide. Now that's the second is coming. I don't really understand. To be honest, I do not understand what that game is about, or what it means, or how to do it. If I was gonna play an old Hideo Kojima game, I'd go play Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. That's what I'd do. I'd go and play Snake Eater. Honestly, I'd go find an old PlayStation copy and play it on the original PlayStation. 2. Was it 2? Snake Eater was on? Yeah, I think it was 2. Excuse me. Yes. But how's everyone feeling? How's everyone feeling now? I think that game's a good game to go next, but I don't think there's much coming out that I'm all that excited by, to be honest. So, I know the next game's coming, but Death Stranding is only $20. But I still don't think that's cheap enough, to be honest. I think it would be funny for a stream or two. Honestly, I think it might make a funny punishment, perhaps, for a game, maybe for me. We should make a punishment. How should I force myself to play Death Stranding for a couple of streams? What's a funny thing? The funny thing that we should do to make it so I have to play it. What would be the thing? Anybody must be smiling wherever he is. You're making it sound like he's dead. J. Hank, I'm pretty sure he's still alive. No, it's a funny thing. What should I do? So it should be something that like how I joked that if I met a real Yakuza, I'd play Yakuza. You know? If I met a real ghost, I'd play ghost. If I met a real I'd play this. If I ran into the God of Madness himself, I'd play Oblivion. If I ran into an actual racist Dark Elf, I would play Morrowind. You know, all those rules that we quite commonly set for ourselves, that if something happens, it's clearly a sign, you know? What should be our sign for this? Death Stranding. If I run into Norman Reedus? If I run into Hideo Kojima? If I run into Mads Mikkelsen? If I see a delivery man get consumed by the time-consuming plague that is whatever the hell that plague is in that game? So you get out a delivery guy, you'll play Death Stranding? Maybe. Maybe if I encounter one. Like, I have to, like, run into one, you know? Like, he has to be going up the stairs as I'm coming down the stairs. Sort of thing, you know? I am going to be ordering a package soon. Pretty big one. So, like, probably next month, there's a pretty good chance that I will encounter a delivery man. So, let's keep it on the cards. If I help carry a delivery man's package, I will play Death Stranding. There you go. That's my promise to you. If, for some reason, a month from now, when I order that table that I'm planning to order, and I'm at home, and I manage to catch the delivery guy, and I'm able to help him parry up, yes, then I'll play Death Stranding. I'll use the game that I already own, that I got for free for some reason. Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. I might play that one off stream. Seems like fun. It is a bit edgy to play on stream. Tainted Grail, Fall. It's such an edgy name. Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. Anyway. You've got a Monster Energy drink can in the wild. That's way more common. That is like everywhere. There are bloody Monster Energy drink cans in the goddamn vending machine. You know, outside of my workplace, the new school I work at this year, it's in the middle of the damn countryside. And one day I walked in, because I drive there to the middle of nowhere. And I parked and walked in, and then at the end of the day, I was walking out chatting to one of my colleagues, and I looked across the road, and I saw these red things, and I was like, that looks really out of place in this sort of like rice fields. Right, but there was a house next to the school I work at, but it was next to a rice field. But it's like, what is that red? That wasn't there before. Am I crazy? Those weren't there before. And it turned out the fellow who owns the house across the road from the school that I work at had clearly a brainwave. The mate was like, I have cracked it. I understand capitalism, and decided to probably lease. I believe you're supposed to lease them, or I don't think you buy them. You lease them from a company. He decided to lease and install on his, just his house, by the way. This is not like a hotel or an Airbnb. This is just a house next to a school. He, leased and set up a pair of vending machines. He even installed, a power line to them. They weren't there in the morning, and then suddenly they were in the afternoon. I was like, when did this happen? And I'm like, that's such a slime one. I could see what this clever idea. Slimy as hell. But I'm pretty sure the only people I've ever seen buying from that vending machine have been the man who installed them's own children. I think he's just paying himself. Because of course the kids don't earn money. At least I don't think they do. Unless it's the kids, in fact, inside the vending machines giving people the drinks. When they want a warmed up drink, the kids just back there rolling the drink in their hands, rubbing it on their shirt to make it really warm, and giving it to the person. So unless the kids are doing that, it appears that this man got these installed, probably thinking he was quite clever, probably thought he was quite clever, and I'm going to install these vending machines where there aren't really anywhere nearby, because there aren't really any nearby vending machine. This is in the middle of a rice field. He probably thought he'd be quite clever. Kids will be heading home from school, and they'll see the vending machine. They'll be like, you know what? I'll just pop and grab a soda on my way home from school. I don't think I've seen a single one of the students at this school buy anything from that vending machine. The kids do their long running training when they're the sports clubs, run around the rice fields and past that vending machine. I haven't seen a damn single one of them stop, because you're not allowed to. In Japanese schools, you're not allowed to have candy, you're not allowed to have sodas, you're not allowed to have sports drinks, unless specifically specified. Hell, a lot of the times, teachers will take the labels off their drinks to sort of give them a sort of neutral look. It's seen as sort of rude, gaudy, unnecessary. It's very much part of that old, asceticism that sort of pervades a lot of Japanese education. This sort of aesthetic nature. Strip it back. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. So I don't think these kids associate being at school with getting this stuff. So I think he's going to have a very low turnout for that vending machine, to be honest. And I literally have only ever seen the kids that live at the house that the vending machines are stored on the property of buying from that vending machine. Thought that was very funny. Man's paying himself. Because I believe vending machines work like this. You lease a vending machine for a company. Or maybe the company approached him. Maybe it did. Maybe it was the company's idea. Who knows? Maybe he knows something. But the companies you lease them. Or sort of hire them. And they take a cut of the profits. And a small fee each month. I think they do both. At least it depends on the company, I suppose, or who you're getting it from. And then essentially, instead of you having to do anything, instead they'll come round and refill it when it needs to be refilled. That's what the fee is for, essentially. Is to pay for the guy who comes round and refills it. Fascinating idea. I don't know if it earns the person that much money who runs the vending machine. But it could be a bit of passive income, I suppose, if it's successful. Of course. If it's successful. I doubt they're very expensive to run. I imagine the prices are quite reasonable. And maybe there is a way that you could say, actually, I'll fill it up myself. And maybe that would reduce the price. Who knows? Maybe the children do. Maybe he just gets his children to fill up the vending machine. Maybe that's a save and that's how he saves his time. Who knows? It's a mystery. I certainly don't. It's a real mystery. Point is, I think it was a smart idea in theory, but I think he's going to find in practice it was a terrible idea and it's going to earn him no money. Because I just don't think I see these kids buying drinks like that anywhere near the school because they associate it with getting in trouble. Like, bringing a soda can to school is, like, a real quick way to get yelled at by a teacher in Japan. Like, they're nicer to kids in Japan than, you know, anime would lead you to believe. And probably how they were probably 10 years ago. They're much nicer these days, but that still doesn't mean they're not extremely strict with certain things. No candy at all. If they found a single goddamn candy wrapper in the school, they're on a witch hunt to find who left it there. So, it's one of those things. Very funny, though, because the staff room is almost always full of people giving each other omiyage, like souvenir foods, from various places they've traveled to, which I find extremely funny. Because my desk is almost always covered in, like, senmei and some sweet or, you know, dango or uncle, like some sort of sweet red bean chocolate or sweet red bean dessert. Or just a straight up cake. And these poor kids are like, no, getting told, no, stuff. I guess the difference is we don't eat it outside the staff room. Very funny, though. The double standard. Truly, what a tragedy. Oh, the double standard just makes you angry. Oh, the adult double standards. It's truly, it is the privilege of being an adult. Is of how many times you just realize, oh, this is very much a rules for thee and not for me situation, aren't there? And you don't even mean to do it most of the time. It just makes sense that me, doing all my work, need a little pick-me-up during the day. Granted, most of the teachers don't eat the snacks at school. They'll take them home. It's just that we can bring them to school, as long as the kids don't see them. If you're caught, then you're in trouble. But if you're not caught, then no harm, no foul. I like having my hands back. I miss this. You like do the robot. Ah, goodness. Anyway. So yeah, we'll probably play Yakuza next. Maybe. Unless something else more interesting comes along. I do have Game Pass, so maybe if something interesting on Game Pass catches my eye. How long is that Claire Obscura game that everyone keeps talking about? Everyone thinks that's a really good game. Claire Obscure. Probably with an asterisk, yes. Well, it's a week until I stream again, so... Explorer Wonders inspired Belle Epique France. By Belle Epique. Ah, the Franco-Prussian War. It's based... The beautiful era. French period. French history. I don't know. Do I want to see that much French? I don't know. Seems kind of French to me. "27.5 hours, eh? A lot of French, not recommended. I do want to play it on my own at some point, but maybe not on stream. 30 hours for the main story, completion is taking up to 60 hours, so it's like, yeah, okay. That's pretty long, actually. You know what? Maybe in the holidays when I have a lot of free time, maybe I'll play that game. So currently I'm stuck between downloading Doom. I should uninstall Elder Scrolls Oblivion, shouldn't I? Point is, I will... Hell, maybe we'll go back to Elder Scrolls Oblivion and like continue the main story or something like that as like a fun little side thing to do. Adventures of the Mad Goddess. But Doom Dark Age is just because I have the goddamn thing now, and we're gonna pay for another month because I'm still playing another game off stream. Probably 2 games off stream actually that are on Game Pass, so I'll just keep playing those games, and that means I'll still have Doom to play. That's a game I can play. That'll be very short. Doom is usually only extremely short games. Doom Dark Ages. Alt ASX2. True. Wow, that's a long game. That's much longer than the other Doom games. 20 hours. Jesus. 15 to 20 hours. But this person says approximately 12 hours just for the main story. Okay, so maybe 20 hours is like a completionist playthrough. Doom. Doom. D-O-O-M. This is not a bloom situation. I'm not talking about the Germans. There ain't no umlaut over my U. Yeah, probably Yakuza Kuwazemi. Probably some of that Yakuza Kuwami, which is a pretty long game, but I'd like to commit to that one. And also, I'd probably break it up with random other streams of other games, like maybe I'll find some horror games to play, you know. I haven't played that much of 2. No? Yeah, I'll do some stuff. Maybe I'll finally get around to playing Outer Wilds. Apparently that's a very good game. It Takes Two. Shame I don't have any friends. Nari Kimura. There was that game that somebody else suggested, like the Maze of the Demon Lord, which is apparently quite good. But anyway. Yes. Who knows? We'll figure something out. We always do. We'll figure something out. We always do. Otherwise, I think we might end the stream there for now. Actually, no, actually, I'm not going to end the stream there. I'm not going to end the stream there. I want to talk about how cool I think I am. I'm so happy. Yesterday, I spent the whole day, even though I was coughing and spluttering the whole day, I managed to spend the whole day cleaning and cleaning up everything, and I feel really good about that. You know, it just feels nice to get a place cleaned up. I cleaned, I did my shopping, I mopped the floors, I vacuumed everything, I cleaned the toilet and the bathroom. God, it just feels nice to do a cleaning day, because that's how I used to do it as a kid and as an adult, too. But I felt like since I've moved to, you know, Japan, I haven't been able to keep that consistent cleaning schedule like I used to in Australia. I used to be so consistent in Australia. I'd pull a day aside and I'd do it all. These days I feel so inconsistent and I'm not very good at it. It was just nice to spend all of yesterday just cleaning and doing chores and the like. It's nice. It was so good. I posted on Twitter. I literally made a Twitter post where I'm like, hey, how's everyone feeling? I'm recovering from being sick, but man, nice to be cleaning. Nice to do some chores. It was really good. And also, hello, Panda Nights. How are you feeling? Do you enjoy cleaning? I wish I did it more, to be honest, because it does feel nice to do. I'm just really bad at keeping it consistent. I'm so mad. Today was a thing happened. Our power was out all day because a small gust of wind poked out a pretty large tree, a pretty little tree on the power lines. Pretty little tree, pretty little thing. Interesting. That sounds rough. But you know, that's power for you. I think you'd rather it stop than it continue going and like burn down the neighborhood. So I feel like you just not seeing the bigger picture. It's very good that it's okay to feel angry and frustrated that happened, Paradise. That's fine. But you gotta take a step back and think about what could have happened if you didn't have that minor inconvenience of no power for a while. Could have burned down your neighborhood, and you would have no house. And you'd be pretty mad you didn't have any house. So, you know, gotta find the silver lining, Pan laughs. About to say Jay Hank. That's not the person I'm talking to. But yes. I was pretty happy with myself. I did a good bit of cleaning yesterday. Did up my stove, did my washing up. It was nice. Wandered around town. Found out I actually have a much closer discount store. Meat's still a bit expensive though, so I still prefer the further discount store. Because the meat's better priced. Oh, caveman, do we have to go sticking ground and power line without protection for those lying around trees? Upside down truly looks safe to me. Well, that's the point. The safety comes from it shutting off. Because there's not many things you could encase a power line in without being extremely expensive. Like, good luck! But there is a reason why they don't encase power lines unless they're going towards a building. Because they don't need another. A leaning tree. Let's put a power line through that. What was the case is they probably asked the person of the property that had the leaning tree to cut the leaning tree, and the person didn't. So, really no fun. I feel like probably there was more to the story, but at least they're alive, yes. At least it was a day, and not much more, yes. At least it was a day. At least it was just a day. Can't complain about that, eh? Can't complain about that, can you? Yes! Ooh-wee. I believe we had 2 new names today. Hey, at least the power lines aren't made of wood. Australian power lines are. Granted, they are hardwood power lines. Really tougher than steel, those things. But they are still wood. Though in Adelaide, I think they have stuckies, or whatever they're called, which are like I-beams. Like a weird A shape. Which are their power lines. Very strange looking. I'm hiding in the bathroom because the kids are in the living room causing chaos. Why do you sound like an actual house cat escaping the children? Why do you sound like an actual house cat escaping the children? Don't worry, my pants are up. Oh, I wasn't worrying about that until you mentioned it. Now I'm sort of worried, to be honest. Didn't I tell you not to update Oblivion? Oh well. We don't want to install you anyway, doesn't matter. Bye bye, Oblivion. I'm gonna suddenly have so much more space on my computer. I'll install you later if I want to play you again, but I'm not gonna play you anytime soon. Yes, I think we'll finish there though, on that wonderful line of "Don't worry, my pants are up," making us all worry that... Are they? No? I don't know. Sounds a bit suspicious that you're so defensive. Methinks the lady doth protest too much. Also, for one of the first streams that have had both of these actually, full up. Both our chats are full up. Let's go. Wow. Amazing. Both of our chats. Full today. Full of conversation. Sorry. It's the sound of what happens when I try and move things on my OBS. For some reason, it makes a really weird noise. I don't know why. It's just how it is. What can we do? Yes, I think we will finish there. Only gonna be a 2-hour stream today. Or so. Alright, have a good morning on morning, Eric Chan. I don't know what time it is morning. Got that right. It is 10 a.m. 10 a.m. And I was only gonna do a little catch-up stream today. Because I kind of want to give myself, you know, a nice weekend. Save some... The opposite is almost wild, yeah. Almost opposite, it is true. There are places that I am the opposite of. I believe J-Hank is the exact opposite, I believe. Maybe. From what I am. Which is sometimes interesting. That is for sure. But currently the two big games that are currently probably going to be next are either going to be Yakuza or Doom Eternal. Or both. You know what? I'm selling myself short. I could do both, I suppose. Have a Yakuza stream, and a Doom stream, and a Yakuza stream, and a Doom stream, and a Yakuza Doom, Yakuza Doom, Yakuza Doom, Yakuza Doom, and it is 10:01 right now. It is 10:01 and 30 seconds. Now, that's 10:30. Dark Ages Doom is not Eternal. I made that mistake in wording as well. That's fine. Dark Ages. Doom... Well, I was actually looking at Doom Eternal on... that's why I probably made that mistake. I was looking at Doom Eternal. So, that was probably mine. But yes, probably both. Maybe. It'll be easy to play, I suppose. So yeah, probably one of those two games next. Or both of those games next. Because I just want something to play. And halfway through next month, it'll probably be the start of my holidays. So, sky's the limit. You can stream what you want. That's right. I'm the king of this ship. I'm the king of this ship. Wow, I absolutely blended my phrases together. I am the captain of this ship, the king of this country, the CEO of Winters Enterprises, and I say, goes. I'm kind of doing a modded Starfield run. I feel like I should try and do that. Maybe I'll actually like it. Get a mod that fixes everything. Have you ever thought about replaying a game you've streamed before? Why would I? Like, for what purpose? Why would I? Like, maybe Oblivion. I might play Oblivion again. Because, I haven't played 95% of the game. Again, I'd still probably do a challenge run if I were to play Oblivion again. And I wouldn't do that for at least a year, because, 2 challenge runs in 1 year? I'm not a... What do you think? I am some sort of consistent YouTuber that chooses one game and makes 800 challenge runs on it? Absolutely not. As that, I'd probably be much more successful than I am now. You can always stream Deltarune again. I never stream Deltarune. Clearly you're having some sort of schizophrenic dream. Because I definitely didn't do that. Definitely did not do that. I haven't even streamed Undertale. Problem is, at this point, I know all the twists and turns of Undertale, so I'd refuse to kill anyone. And get the best ending, because I'd always go straight for the best ending, because I already know so much about it, so it kind of seems a bit stupid to play it now. I have played games that I've played before, not on stream, but I've never played this game stream. Did you confuse Deltarune with Everhood? Why would I play Everhood again? The only reason I play Everhood again is to, fight one of the super bosses, and I don't think I can do that. It's a game that I would play again. Oh yeah, we'll play Callisto Protocol again. Yeah? Callisto Protocol, guys. Yeah, best game of the year. Callisto Protocol. Woo! Let's play Callisto Protocol game. Yeah, guys. Woo! Callisto Protocol. I've always got the Dad of Boy DLCs I could play. And the, sorry, I'm dying here. I don't know what I'm doing. How super won the game in Neverhood 1 and 2. I don't think I did. Certainly. It was a good day. I patted myself. Oh, I see. On the head? On the back? Give yourself a pat on the back, mate. Now, I'll play Kunitsugami 8 more times on stream so I can unlock the secret skin that you get on the 8th time for some reason. No, I don't think there's any game I'd play again. I don't think there is a single game that I could see that I would play again, except for maybe the Dark Souls games for another challenge. Again, a challenge run on a Souls game, maybe? Like, I could play Elden Ring Randomizer or something. Like, I played the Dark Souls 3 Randomizer. Or, like, an Elden Ring Randomizer or an Elden Ring Challenge run or something like that. I might play that for a stream or two if I was tempted. But I don't really think anything else would ever motivate me to play it again. No. Don't think so, no. Yeah, nah. No. Halo Reach. No. I swear, I have to play Little Nightmares 2 some of these days. On my lawyers advise me not to continue that. Fallout 4, New Vegas. If I were to play a Fallout game, and I'm not very much a fan of the Fallout style games, I'd probably play New Vegas because apparently that's the better one. And I need to play Little Nightmares 2. I can't believe one of the first games I ever streamed was Little Nightmares, and I haven't played Little Nightmares 2. I really should play that game. Maybe this Halloween. Maybe this Halloween. Anyway, I don't know. I get distracted. Let's finish here. A little Halo group together and co-op the campaigns together. That's true. If I could co-op something, I'd want to play Night Rain. Anyway. Let's finish there. I do have plans after that. So let's finish there. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all for watching. It's been nice. It's been great. It's nice to do a stream like this. Sort of touch base, talk a bit. I really wish we could catch everyone on these sort of streams, but I know a lot of us are quite busy. So, instead, I'll just have to say, thank you all for watching. It's been good. Had a few new names today, which is fun. And as always, good night. Sleep tight. And don't let the teeth of indecision bite. Otherwise we'll end up like me, a man who's not really made much success in his own life, because he's terrible at making decisions. Yeah, put your own limits. Play all PS2 games. Yes, a limit. All PS2 games. What a useful limit to have. I'm sure that'll come up often.